Hey, I'm Dart.
I'm Lisa.
Hey.
It's good to see y'all again.
Right.
Well, this week we are talking about something that's not so fun, but it's so very important. We're talking about the different tax buckets. It's not sexy, right?
But it's
I
what,
caught
it's
you
what-
off guard there, didn't I?
Yeah, it's the rules we have to live with. Our favorite friend, the IRS.
That's right.
Yeah.
So today, the first tax bucket we're going to talk about, let me add that to the screen here. And there we go. These are things that you're taxed on annually. I know that you don't feel like that you have to. I feel like people are like, I know what my taxes are. I know what my taxes are. But if you'll listen each day this week, I think that it will make it more clear and help people have a better understanding, don't you, of maybe the way that they want to structure their life now while they're working before that they retire and cannot undo the things that they've done.
Right.
That's the way I feel about that.
Right.
So go ahead.
So each of these are needed, it's like so, but you have in this, it's very simple. Interest on your savings account. If you get money from off of bonds, and the only caveat there is municipal bonds in your own state.
Yes.
Can be tax free until you're drawing Social Security. So, but normal bonds that you would invest in, the interest from that is taxed. Bank CDs and real estate rents, they are all what's called ordinary income tax.
Yes.
So as your overall picture, your taxable picture looks like adjusted gross income, it'll be taxed in those brackets of that. Now, separate from that is whenever you have investment accounts like mutual funds or stocks, and if you trade or sell those within 12 months, then it's considered short-term capital gains. And if you do it after 12 months, then it's long-term capital gains. And it's not. There are some rules and they're changing. That's based on your ordinary income, whether it would be in what bracket and so forth. But it's its own entity of tax. It's not ordinary income tax. So and then real estate is the same. If you hold it for over a year and if it's not your home or where you have some exclusions or something like that, but you're just buying a piece of property and selling a piece of property. So that's long-term capital gains. So in retirement, there are sometimes it's like you can control the tax bracket by having diversification in certain things. That's where there is capital gain. So it's like if you're in a high income and your ordinary income is 35%, then if you sell something that has a 20% capital gains, then hey, you can say you save 15% on your taxes by being able to be proactive in thinking what that you're needing to do.
Yes. But Dara, I think one of the things that you just said, like here in Tennessee, selling your house with the capital gains, there's a 2-year minimum of being in the house.
Right.
So
I
didn't know if you brought that. So
to get the exclusion, yeah.
To get the exclusion.
Yeah.
But each state, I think it's also important to say that each state has its own exclusions. So whatever state that you're in, you need to look that up because it's surprising how much that they vary.
Right.
It's shocking. And just because you live in a small state or a rural area, it's shocking the differences.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And so here's the thing. It's like if you're going to play a game of cards or play a game of dominoes, everybody, you don't sit down and it can play for fun, but you really want to win, right?
Always
you want to win. Yes. So the tax game is more important than any domino game you'll ever play. So it's important that people make decisions and they never know the rules or they never ask the rules. They usually find out the rules and they're unhappy and they, until whenever their tax preparer or their CPA does their taxes and then they're all up in the air. And it's like, well, it could have been avoided if you would just, gotten to know the rules and work with somebody that would help you. And it works hand in hand. It's like financial advisors and CPAs should work closer together to help the client.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Make sure that your financial planner and your CPAs are working together.
Yeah, it takes a team.
Yes. Along with the attorneys as well.
The attorneys, CPAs, and financial advisors to be working as a team. So, and that that sadly usually has to be driven by your financial advisor to push for that. In my experience.
Yes, I think we could. We're starting to open up some things. I feel like we could probably go a little deeper, but
Right.
why not for today? We're going to stop here just on this one bucket, because tomorrow we want to talk about the tax later accounts, the
That's
deferred, and what that means to you. And
Right.
we'll probably have some stories for that as well.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Thanks, y'all. We'll
Right.
see you tomorrow. Yes. And please do send us your questions.